Yo, we back at it like a crack addict. We got 2003 General Grievous was the devil. All right, I'm gonna be completely honest. I just know General Grievous from the Clone Wars, and I know he has 4 hands and 4 lightsabers. So I'm about to learn something today.
Shut your cooling ass up, people.
I got this.
Damn.
Something's wrong with him. That's
You got football. Jesus. Ain't General Grievous a robot? Why does he have this much attitude, bro? He's moving like a transformer.
Nigga was a devil, man.
Alrighty, ladies and
Damn.
gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new series on the channel, The Forbidden Files. Now let me quickly explain to y'all what this is. These are not trials. These are files and cases for characters that quite honestly don't even need a trial. This is the new tier called the Forbidden Tier, and it is strictly reserved for legends of the game. And we're starting this series off with a character that was so disgustingly broken, he had to get nerfed. And that is none other than 2003 General Grievous. This nigga Grievous in 03 was the devil in animated form. Niggas talk about—
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I always thought like Star Wars, the Clone Wars was the original Star Wars, but Star Wars TV show. But I didn't know there was something before that.
about 03 Grievous like niggas talk about Vaughn. Like this dude was a Jedi killing machine that was non-force sensitive, by the way. Like for real, dead ass, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he'd go do it himself. On feet by himself. The nigga.
He's fighting with his face. Nah, bro. This is actually gonna be a good video.
Straight up had to go. And let me just give y'all a warning right now before we even start. If you have only seen Grievous from Revenge of the Sith in 3D Clone Wars and have never seen this man in the 2D version, then woo, you're in for a ride. So
All
let's
right.
not waste no more time.
Let's
Without
ride away.
further ado. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Case 1. Sliming out multiple Jedi at once. Now, this right here was Grievous's first appearance in any type of Star Wars media. And man, I'll tell you, boy, this on record has to be one of the craziest character debuts of all time. So this is how this went down. While Anakin and Obi-Wan was finishing up a mission on this one planet, they get—
whose man is this, bro?
Hail from this one Jedi master. And this man is fighting for his life and panicking. Bro was on the line like, we need immediate evac. This new droid general is unstoppable. Oh God, I'm fuck this hell. And the next thing that you see when they swap to that planet is this man falling over and dying, and Grievous stomping the communicator on the ground. The first time you ever catch a glimpse of this demon is him booming a Jedi Master. Not just a regular Jedi Knight, a whole ass master. That is fucking horrifying. Now let's continue. The other Jedi that are with the Master that just got—
all right, question from a person who doesn't know. How come they're not just using the Force on him to, like, you know what I'm saying, push him back?
Boomed, are being completely surrounded by an army of droids. So while they had them completely surrounded at this abandoned ship, Grievous makes them cease fire. And after he made
he want to go in there alone.
Shooting, this man got—
oh yeah, he want to go in there alone. He can't let any of these random clankers, you know what I'm saying, get the credit. He got to walk in there and do it himself.
On the mic and said,
Attention, Jedi scum! You are surrounded by the glorious Separatist army! Now, I could have my character swift tease you right in the—
I ain't gonna lie, random. If I were a Jedi, I would never be a Jedi because that sucks. I'd rather be on the dark side. You know what I'm saying? But if I was a Jedi, I gotta go. I ain't gonna lie, I would go green lightsaber.
But where will be the fun in that? So I, General Grievious,
Jesus.
personally commander and fly you niggas out myself. Prepare yourself for your impending doom, Jedi.
So after Grievous drops the mic and proclaims that he's gonna slime out the Jedi himself, they all start taking position and getting prepared for this nigga. Because Grievous is walking towards them right now. And let me say this real quick. The Jedi in here are no pushovers, especially these three. Longhead ass Kiadi Mundi, who is a member of the Jedi Council, Shakti, who was a pain in the ass to fight in the Force Unleashed, and Ayla Secura, the alien shorty that took like 10,000 backshots from clones in Revenge of the Sith. Like, these are known Jedi masters. And the fact that this man Grievous had this long head ass motherfucker sweating.
Jesus Christ, that must look like a waterfall. But yeah, hey man, if there's one thing in life that all humans know, if a person's willing to go in by themselves, if a person has a gang with them and they're about to jump someone, like jump you and your friends because they had more people, and then they decide, like, you know what, you guys stay back, I'm gonna reverse jump them. Yeah, it's like, okay, let's go home, guys. Let's go home.
He's insane. So while Grievous was approaching them, all they could hear was his footsteps echoing around the wreckage. They couldn't tell where this dude was at all. So this is where the insanity begins.
Someone go outside. He got stabbed in the back.
That looks like Shaggy, and believe it or not, his name is actually Shaggy. Not gonna lie, when I first watched this, I was like, why does this dude look like Shaggy? And boy, oh boy, come to find out, this actually...
Damn, bro, how do you... Shot AG? How do you get up there? Damn. Mr. Incorporated must have went to space or something.
He is a Jedi version of Shaggy. Like, that is just hilarious to me, bro. But anyways, while Grievous's footsteps got louder and louder, Shaggy, being the same scary-ass nigga in Star Wars as well, ended up losing his composure. So he runs outside just to get squashed by this nigga Grievous.
Where'd he go? No, he got evaporated. Where'd he go? Because there's no blood, no body, just evaporation. Condensation. Pain.
Yeah, R.I.P. Shaggy. That is one of the most insane deaths I've ever seen. This nigga Grievous jumped from the top rope and squashed him.
Where'd he go, though?
The sonic rings out that nigga. If you pay attention very closely, his entire body disappeared.
Yeah, evaporated.
The impact of that fall was so hard, his carcass was squished
into
the ground. His body...
He got ate all the way up.
Was literally unrecoverable. So after Grievous squashed Shaggy, he starts towering over all the Jedi and laughing at their asses. It shows them his 10-foot mechanical body and then just disappears. These niggas were shook because this just turned into a
How come we can't use the Force on him?
survival horror. Grievous really started playing Dead by Daylight with these niggas, just toying with them while he was ready to hunt them down one by one. So while they were moving back with their backs against each other, you see this nigga appear out of the shadows like Batman hanging from the roof.
How'd he get in?
Literally looking over them, stalking his prey. So Grievous finally decided he was ready to get active. He jumps from the roof and starts going to town on these niggas. Fighting five and enjoying every second of it. Dude, this man is a literal cheat code. He can turn his body into a Beyblade. This is the most unfair shit I've ever seen. Like, for real, how the hell are you supposed to fight a 10-foot cyborg that can...
Yo, why is no one like trying to get him from the top? Pause. Someone jump up, stab down. That's what I would do.
Like a Beyblade.
Oh, Jesus.
And guess what? That's not all he can do, because this is about to get even more insane. He started breakdancing on their asses, fighting them with his feet. No way in hell a 10-foot cyborg should be moving like this. No, twin, nuh-uh. I'll be for real, bro. If I saw this shit, I'd put the saber.
How come we can't just get some water and like spray him with it, make him more rusty and whatnot?
down, bro. I wholeheartedly understand why George Lucas nerfed this nigga. So as the fight continued, long-head ass Ki-Adi-Mundi tried to force push, bro, but Grievous dodged it and landed on the side of the roof. So this is when Grievous decided to start singling them out. He jumps back in and hits the ground so hard he made a smoke screen. So this wildebeest looking nigga decided to go in and try to fight him one-on-one.
Right.
Grievous pulls off a crazy move. He blocks his attack. And when
why your eyes closed?
At him again, he dropped his saber, cut him across the middle with his green one, then just slapped this nigga with his other one. Bro boomed that musty-ass wildebeest immediately when he was 1v1 with him. So after the wildebeest Yeti hybrid got boomed, Shang-Chi decides to pull a scrap at him. But Grievous ends up cutting through all of it. Then this one Jedi tries to pull up on him. I'm gonna refer to him as Yeet because
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, gang. I don't like the way you run. I don't like his run, bro. That's the type of run when you know a character's about to die. When they do that,
turban on his head. Grievous grabs his elongated head with his grippers and slams both hands on the ground, breaking his neck on impact. Bro didn't stand a chance. He didn't even get to swing the saber. His last seconds of life was him getting his face gripped.
Yo, why did you cut his leg?
Then eating dirt right after that. But old boy wasn't the only person to get his face gripped.
Jesus.
Because after Grievous boomed him, Ayla came in trying to swing, but Grievous gripped her face mid-air.
Who built this? Nah, bro. Yeah, what mechanic they got who was building this guy, and how come they didn't build like 30 more? Jesus.
Then swung both of their bodies across the map with his feet. That has got to be one of the most insane ways to slime a nigga. Sending them flying with your feet is OD. So the last two Jedi remaining were Longhead Ki-Adi and Shang-Chi. So Grievous ended up zoning them both out of their range. Then he drop kicks Ki-Adi's ass across the stage, taking him out of the fight. And this just left Grievous one-on-one with Shang-Chi. And he was
human?
Her shit. She was panicking, barely holding on and blocking his strikes. So he ended up knocking the saber out of her hands. Then he comes in.
I would have forced
the swing on her, but Shang-Chi barely blocks this with the force.
Yeah.
And sits flying into a pillar, and she is out of commission. So the last man standing was Ki-Adi-Mundi with his elongated, dingling head. So Grievous grabs Shang-Chi's saber and picked it up with his foot. And he was staring at this nigga Ki-Adi laughing.
H-sword style, bro. Nah, he's killer bee.
With your elongated head, I've been trained in your Jedi.
Question. Is his brain longer too? Or is it like a regular person's brain? I mean, he's not regular. Like, what does his brain be like here? Oh, let me go. Damn, my hair is looking bad. Ooh, cutting that. I ain't gonna cut that out. Whatever. Would the brain be here or would it be like on like the top?
Elongated head. I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku.
So after Grievous finished taunting this man, he ends up pushing Ki-Adi and knocking the saber out of his hands immediately. And Grievous ends up going in for the kill. But at the last millisecond, Ki-Adi ends up getting bailed out by the clones. And the clones looked at that boy Grievous and said, "Troopers, blast that half-breed clanker." So they start shooting at Grievous, and Grievous hits the
Oh, he is part human. All right, cool.
dash, while the clones are blasting every single piece of ammo that they have at this man. So while they continue trying to shoot,
how come they're shooting where he was and not where he was gonna go? Come on, man. I'm not even I never held a blick beside the water gun, and I'm already knowing what to do.
Bro down, Grievous decides to drop in and starts to murder all the clones in front of him. So after Grievous ended up mowing down the whole front line, a whole gunship ends up pulling up right in front of his face. And this is when Grievous finally decided to make a strategic retreat. So Grievous ends up hitting the dash again. That man is out of there. I know his 40-yard dash speed is fast as hell. And Ki-Adi and the clones end up retreating. So yeah, that right there was General Grievous's first ever appearance. So let's review this carnage that he caused. He crushed Shaggy into oblivion.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Nigga up on a shirt, gripped Yeet.
Turned him into a prime roast.
With his feet.
Broke his neck. He's cooked.
Broke his neck and threw their asses across the ship with his feet and damn near killing Shakti along with Ki-Adi-Mundi. Oh, and I forgot old boy at the beginning that got boomed on the communicator along with his entire battalion. So yeah, this man packed up 4 Jedi, put Ayla and Shakti on a stretcher, and had Ki-Adi's ass rethinking life. This is one of the nastiest debuts a character has ever had to date. So yeah, and guess what? That was only case 1. We still got another case left. And boy, let me tell you, it gets even crazier.
How could it get worse?
Let's move on to case 2, the siege on Coruscant. Now, what you're about to see.
Aw, damn! Don't tell me he just 1v 1,000 a whole army. Bruh, don't tell me that.
The events that basically open up episode 3. Even though this series is now considered Legends continuity, this is still kind of what basically happened. So how this went down. This evil-ass conniving nigga Palpatine sent this man Grievious to invade Coruscant and capture him. So the Separatists end up pulling up to Coruscant and a massive battle just ensues. Now before we get to Grievious, we gotta take a detour real quick, because this is one of the hardest moments in Star Wars history. This nigga Captain Fordo was popping off this battle. Nigga turned into the Doomslayer. Just look at this shit. Him and his squad are being overran, but he didn't care. Bro, boomed the battle droid in front, turned around, smacked this nigga, dumped the clip in his ass, then he throws his droid, blows his head off, then
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's moving like me for real. I ain't gonna lie. He moving like me if I were in Star Wars.
picked up his blaster in his left hand and started mowing these niggas down. Like, nah, bro.
Oh my god. I've seen this before. I was making another video and I had to get a gift for shooting or something. Bro, I remember seeing this. Oh man, that's funny.
You know this man was top of the leaderboard in every single Battlefront lobby. Bro just dropped off 20 droids in the span of 20 seconds. So while the battle continued and Captain Fordo was running up the scoreboard, we see this nigga Palpatine watching the battle and sipping tea, not giving
That look like hot chocolate
in the world. This man doesn't care at all what is happening right now. He's just looking at all this shit like, good. I orchestrated all this shit. I don't give a damn what's happening, nigga.
Damn,
So while Palpatine was enjoying
his bags are rainbow colored. Jesus. Either he's old and tired or just both. God, it goes. Is that like this part of the eye? Like the eye part? And then it gets lighter and lighter. Jesus.
damn, what's happening, nigga? So while Palpatine was enjoying his tea, Shakti, a bunch of troopers and 2 Jedi
she's still alive?
with her. And they're trying to get this man Palpatine to safety. But Palpatine was just stalling and acting like, oh, Master Shakti, greetings. Would you like to enjoy some tea with me while I watch the battle? And she like, no, old ass nigga,
Nah,
I'm
let's
trying to
get out
get
of
your
here,
ass
man.
to safety. But while they can
Like, you're the head president, person, whatever. We need to get you out of here, sir.
continue to stay in this room, they started hearing footsteps around the room. And when they started getting louder, Shakti knew immediately who this was. Get down, mister!
Nah, she just had PTSD, bro. She was like,
Hi, how are you?
So he breaks in the window, letting himself right in the room. And look at this mechanical, lanky ass ore farming. Bro really had to hit a whole JoJo's pose before he started dropping niggas off.
The cape.
So this nigga Grievous looking at Palpatine like,
the cape and the wind are just Shaq and Kobe with it. Ugh.
Master, I've come to pick you up.
Shut the fuck up. You mechanical Nimrod. They're not supposed to know that shit.
I know I'm kind of new to the whole like Star Wars thing and what's going on in this particular show, but I thought the whole point was that the Jedi aren't supposed to know like he's a bad guy. Did they not give him like the whole brief on what's going on? Like, What's going on, man?
Moving.
You are absolute.
Now capture me and make it look believable. So
Oh, yeah,
Grievous tries
they're-
to grab him, but Shock T pulls him away, and they end up
They didn't hear that.
taking Palpatine, and Grievous is surrounded by about 20 clones. Bro didn't care that he was surrounded at all. Dude was actually ecstatic, because now he can let loose and kill some niggas. So the clones start firing, and Grievous jumps up and immediately and kills some niggas. So the clone.
Why does he have a whole different outfit if he's a clone? How come he gets like the blue robe? And that doesn't even seem like battle efficient. But whatever.
Start firing and Grievous jumps up and immediately starts mowing every clone in that room down. Look at what he does to this one dude. He grabs him and plants him on the wall and just slices him down the middle. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this next guy got done dirty even worse. Grievous slices bro's gun in half. Then he grabs him by the leg with his own leg, then throws him out the window.
Damn.
Nah, bro, that is...
Me personally, bro, I'm not letting that happen to me. Even if he did like grip my leg with his leg and chuck me out the window, I'm hitting a Spider-Man and holding it to the side of the building like, I'm not gonna stand for this. And then come back just laying it.
One of the worst ways to ever go out.
Or like, depending on how I'm feeling that day, I'm going home. If I get chucked out the window and I survive, I'm going home.
Bro grabbed his leg with his own leg, then sent him flying, and he's gonna fall for like 100 floors before he goes splat. Oh man, rip that guy, bro.
No,
As he continued to murder everybody in this room and make this clone look up to the sky to see God, we get to one of the nastiest kills of all time. Grievous grabs this one clone by his face with his grippers, then slams his clone into the wall. Oh dear God, that might be worse than the guy that fell 100 floors.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You better hope there is no security cameras. Cause nah, they can't be reviewing the tapes on how you like passed away and you got someone grips your head with their foot and just slammed you into a wall, cracking your whole skull open. Nah, man.
If you
Respect me.
you can see the horror on this one clone's face. You don't even see his face, but you can tell just by the look. If I saw one of my homies get slimed like that, I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't know what to do. At this point, just put the gun down and accept your fate, or just run. Those are your only options. Look what happens to this royal guard. Bro grabs him with his grippers, starts using him as a body shield, then slams his body on the ground. These clones are
how much you think they get paid? Because personally speaking, if I see something like this, if I'm not getting paid at least $2 million, and that's just me being generous, I would just go home. What are you gonna say? Like, as soon as the rest of the people are out of there, I'm going home. They ain't gonna know the rest of my platoon is gone. Like the rest of my platoon got cooked. And I'm still alive. I'm going home.
Having some of the most horrific deaths I've ever seen, because this is just getting ridiculous. So Grievous just continued to murder everyone in that room. Those clones stood zero chance against this man. They were literally used as meat shields so Shock T and them could get away. So while they was waiting by the elevator, all they could hear were just the
why wouldn't they just take the stairs?
Screams of everybody getting murdered in there. Look at this one Jedi. He is spamming the button trying to get the elevator to come up. This dude is horrified of what he's hearing in there. So when the scream stopped, they knew the head start that they got was over. Grievous busted through the door.
Oh, like a dog.
Running at them like a rabid dog while dodging multiple force pushes. So Shock T ends up finally hitting them, buying them some time to get in the elevator.
Why would you go in the elevator?
Down at all. So later on, after they escape, they're all taking this high-speed elevator down to the ground.
Oh, high-speed elevator?
They were safe. They thought they had time to breathe, but that lasted.
Nah, he gonna jump down that much. He gonna jump down and just like stab all y'all.
Whopping 10 seconds. They look to the right, and this nigga Grievous is running down the building.
Damn, why did? Well, I would have just jumped.
He is running down a building, keeping up with a high-speed elevator. Like, no, bro, no, man. This has got to be another reason why George Lucas nerfed this, man, because this is ridiculous. So this one clone said,
hi.
fuck this shit. He just decides to shoot a rocket launcher at me. And I'm not gonna lie, was that warranted? Yes! I mean, they gotta try something to stop this man. So when they finally reach the ground floor, they are surrounded by a bunch of super battle droids. And Grievous just drops from the building right in front of them. So Mr. Manslug nigga decides to use a force howl, but Grievous was prepared this time.
The fuck? I mean, that's what's up. A force howl. That you can breathe the force. I thought it was just like a hand thing. All right.
He uses those damn grippers, digs in the ground, and starts moving through the house. They was trying every trick in the book and couldn't stop this man at all. So they just decided to run. There was no point in fighting it. So while they was on the run, Grievous's Magna Guards end up killing the 5 clones. So the only ones that were left standing protecting Palpatine was Shaak Ti and the other 2 Jedi. So they were having to run for their lives through the city while Grievous and his Magna Guards were chasing them. And this whole case was just insane. They went from fighting on a ship to Grievous just destroying it, making it crash in the middle of the city. Then they ended up fighting in a subway station.
Ooh.
And I'm not gonna lie, this next scene had to be one of the most terrifying scenes of all time. When they thought,
Again, I would have to ask, how much am I getting paid? Like, if I save this guy's life, is it going to be worth it? And I'm 9 times out of 10, it's never going to be worth it. I don't know. I'm going to drop him. I'm like, there you go. Forget y'all. I'm going
they were
home.
safe behind this train. This man Grievous pops up right behind them. Jump scare of doom. So he starts walking them down and pushing them back.
Jesus.
Both of the 2 Jedi
Jesus.
So he ends up walking up to Shaak Ti and telling her,
Salutations, Jedi scum! You may have escaped from me before, but today you will be slammed!
But Shaak Ti ends up pulling off a 10,000 IQ big brain play. She used the force to wrap this man's tail around the train. So when the train was ready to go, Grievous just gets yoinked. And this finally brought them some time to escape from this man. So about a good 20 minutes passed, and they think that they finally shaken Grievous. Shaak Ti ended up splitting up from him, and the other 2 Jedi ended up taking Palpatine to his bunker so he could be safe. So when they got in there and locked all the doors, they thought that they were in the clear. But they were soon about to realize not even getting yoinked by a high-speed train would stop this nigga.
Beyond that.
Grievous was waiting for them
my God.
The entire
Oh, and now we're locked in with him. Me. Oh my God, bro. Man, imagine having like a bad day and then this happened. It's like, oh my God.
entire time. So he drops down and starts fighting the other 2 Jedi. And while he was doing that, look at this evil, conniving motherfucker going back like, good. Slime those niggas, Grievous. Put them on a shit. So while Grievous continued to fight them, they end up getting stuck in a lightsaber clash. And this is when Grievous finally revealed his trump card. The thing that he's most famous for. He pulls out the other 2 arms and starts.
I'm going home. I'm not going. Bro, I'm one of the. Bro, I remember I was watching Kaiju number 8, and like their whole base got evaporated. Like everybody survived, but the whole base got destroyed. And I was just watching that. I'm like, I'm one of those people. I'm going home. I don't care. Call me what you want. At least I'll be alive.
Using all 4 of them holes. And when he was using all 4 of his arms, they stood no chance. Grievous cuts both of them down in a heartbeat.
In the eyes, too.
And it was
Jesus.
game over for both them. So Grievous finds Palpatine, and he looking at him like,
I did it, noise is. Are you impressed?
About fucking time, you half-breed clank. Now get me on the ship and let's fucking go. Okay, on a real note, Grievous actually never knew that Palpatine was Sidious. That is still hilarious to how oblivious he was to him. But anyways, Shock T finally ends up making it to the room, but she's too late. She sees the other Jedi dead.
Nah, I'll be one of those. Oh, damn, he's still there. Bro, if he wasn't there, I'd be like, whew, that was a close one. I could have got caught too.
Grievous holding up Palpatine and Palpatine looking at her like, oh, hello, Shock T dear. I'm having a little trouble here. Can you please help me? So Shock T runs at Grievous and hits her saber to the side and just chokes her. So he takes her saber, adds it to his collection, then decides to give Shock T some actual
shocking.
shock. He just electrocutes the hell out of her and just ties her up and leaves her there. So Grievous ends up taking Palpatine to his ship. But before he was about to leave, my goat,
Anakin,
motherfucking Windu nigga, came down and looked at Grievous like, you a fake demon.
Samuel L. Jackson, cool, purple lightsaber.
And crushes
this
man's sternum. Look how he had.
So you're telling me we could have done this the whole time? Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. That's why we need black people. We're straight to the point with it. Because I remember saying this before. Why are we not just using the Force? Why are we using lightsabers? He has 4 arms. I don't want him near me.
This man Grievous leaning back. Lord have mercy. And this is the incident in this continuity that gave him that iconic cough. So after the ship takes off and Grievous escapes, Revenge of the Sith starts. But yeah, that's basically the end of case 2. So let's look at our final Carnage report for case 2. This man launched a full invasion on Coruscant, broke into the Chancellor's room and slimed like 20 clones in the most brutal way fashion, then decided to chase the Jedi throughout the whole city, then kill 2 of them and knock out Shock T for a second time. This is some of the most wicked work of all time. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the end of our first ever Forbidden File. I hope everybody can clearly see and understand why this demon got nerfed. Because if he was moving like this in Revenge of the Sith and 3D Clone Wars, then dear God, the Republic would have been cooked. So yeah, 2003 General Grievous, that nigga had to go, just straight up. So with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Let me know.
Well, that was a great video, man. Shout out General Grievous, man. Well, peace out.